Here's why Dr. Phil and Ellen both hate their jobs. Before we start, I would want you to hit that red subscribe button so that you never miss out on any of our videos. Hey guys, what's up, and welcome back to the Show Palace. A lot of talk show hosts, especially the late night hosts, have a background in live comedy and love interacting with the crowd. They usually take some time between takes or before filming to answer questions or joke around with the audience. So there's no denying in celebrity talk show hosts telling their secrets about their jobs here and there. Ellen DeGeneres, host of the widely popular long-running Ellen DeGeneres Show. She's a talented actress, talk show host, and stand-up comedian. On the show, she's chirpy, happy, jokey, and sometimes a little naughty. But is what you see what you get? Dr. Phil. As Philip McGraw, or Dr. Phil as he's best known, once stated, every choice you make, including the thoughts you think, have consequences. When you choose the behavior or thought, you choose the consequences. If you choose to stay with a destructive partner, then you choose the consequences of pain and suffering. If you choose thoughts contaminated with anger and bitterness, then you will create an experience of alienation and hostility. When you start choosing the right behavior and thoughts, which take a lot of discipline, you'll get the right consequences.
Was it like a really old-time battlefield or a current battlefield?
Current battlefield.
Like in Afghanistan battlefield?
Kind of like Iraq.
Unhappy talk show hosts. Rumors have been making the rounds in Hollywood for ages. What rumors? Well, it seems that hosts are not quite so nice off camera. Tales of bullying staff and occasional guests have made the rounds in Hollywood since the shows began. This could be because of them being unhappy with their situation and their jobs, so they need to let it out on someone. Some of the Ellen's pranks are really cruel. Ellen loves to scare people silly. That is in itself not very nice. Selena Gomez almost passed out when a creature jumped out of a tabletop at her. And Benedict Cumberbatch is scared silly by the Iron Man impersonator that suddenly came out of nowhere. Apparently he swore twice. Ellen goes for jokes at other people's expense. Sign of a mean streak and letting out steam, maybe?
Just now, and it's a nice.
He has insulted the mentally ill. Dr. Phil, just like any doctor, is all about helping people. When it comes to talking about mental illness, however, you might be surprised to learn he hasn't been the most sensitive about it. Reason for that could be that he hates his job and his guests on TV. In one interview with a 19-year-old called Victoria, Phil was helping her through an obsession with her ex-boyfriend and became hung up on her use of the word insane. In her initial letter to him, he reassured the girl that she wasn't insane, because insane people, quote, suck on rocks and bark at the moon. This comment comes across slightly hurtful because he's supposed to be helping people with disorders and obsessions.
This is a neurological phenomenon. You have the amygdala of your brain, which is the recorder for trauma, fear, pain, and anger. And this has been written on really strong for you.
He's been sued quite a lot. No one would like to have a job where they're constantly being watched and getting lawsuits from it. It's not unusual for someone like Dr. Phil to be at the receiving end of a lawsuit every now and then. In one such lawsuit, a lady named Janet Harris accused Phil's dog of biting her and causing an infection. Another case revolves around his treatment of two men suspected in the disappearance of Natalie Holloway. This was a young woman who disappeared in 2005. The men claimed that their interview was edited in such a way to make them appear guilty. Perhaps the weirdest lawsuit deals with Shirley Ray Dew, a woman who claims that she was brainwashed by Dr. Phil and forced to do disturbing things. Publicly embarrassed an audience member. If she and Portia are having a hard time, run for the hills. Portia is nice. Sometimes she actually seems embarrassed by Ellen's rudeness. Portia de Rossi and Ellen DeGeneres are like any other married couple. They have their good days and their bad days. But according to Ellen's staff, if Portia and Ellen are having problems, then it's time to run for the hills. Maybe even call in sick. Ellen's personal life impacts her professional one in a big way. It's not fair, but that's the way things work in Ellen's world. Staff can like it or lump it, and they probably have disagreements about it and a lot of other things too. But staffers have said that when Ellen and her wife are on the outs, that Ellen takes it out on her staff or the show's crew and audience. If things aren't right with Portia, if you're in the audience for one of Ellen's shows, you'll probably be sent to a goodie room and told you can pick out any one item you want. The room isn't policed by staff, but it's full of video cameras. One day, Ellen stopped her show to screen a video of a woman sitting in the audience who had taken more than one item. It was petty and getting onto sadistic. The woman was mortified, and Ellen thinks that's funny. Extremely nerve-wracking jobs. Either jokes don't work like they should, or no comebacks come to their minds. The extreme pressure of being in front of a live audience is real, and sometimes devastating. No wonder they hate their jobs. Getting hated on constantly, getting lawsuits, false accusations, rumors spreading, and problems in both their marriages sure do get on their nerves. This brings us to the end of our video. I hope you've enjoyed it. Hit like if you did, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel so that you don't miss any of our videos in the future. Also, watch the two videos on your screen because I'm sure you'll love them. With that, I'll see you in the next video.